More and more school-age kids are being equipped with radio frequency IDs. And basically what's happening is they're given these cards that have chips in it. And this way, administrators and educators can keep track of everything they're doing. They want to make sure, and there's a profit motive to this that I hadn't thought of before. Every day that a student misses school, that particular school loses money. So they have an incentive to keep track of these students to make sure that they come to school as often as possible. And in some cases, for instance, in Anaheim, if they do not use these tracking devices, whether it's a GPS device or something similar to that, the administration can look at the number of unexcused absences and actually prosecute these students and make them serve time in juvenile hall.
Man, we have way over-criminalized society, that's at first. Second of all, Big Brother is everywhere, in every nook and cranny. And they're following you and they're tracking you. Remember the school that gave out the laptops, but they were secretly spying on the students through the laptops, the video camera in it. And I remember being pissed off about this, I don't know, 5, 7 years ago or something, when they started putting video cameras in the classrooms because they wanted to spy in on the teachers. And then I said, well, then they're going to spy in on the students. Of course! And they spied in on the students, and then they spied in on everybody.
Exactly.
And now the trackers are on you personally and physically, and you got to check in. Soon they'll be embedded in you. You think it won't happen? It'll happen. Okay, it's not science fiction anymore, it's real.
So when it comes to the radio frequency identification in schools, in Anaheim specifically, I feel like it's the most intrusive. So 75 7th and 8th graders are taking part in this pilot program. Students with 4 or more unexcused absences have volunteered to carry these GPS devices. Participation in the program will enable the students to avoid being prosecuted and a potential stay in juvenile hall.
Yeah, I love how they volunteered. In other words, I'm going to throw you in juvenile hall, or you can volunteer to be tracked 24 hours a day.
Similar things are happening in Long Island, New York, and this is in an effort to fight childhood obesity.
Oh, come on.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Get the fuck out of my life.
It's ridiculous. Selected Bayshore students designated overweight or obese are being equipped with a wristwatch-like device that counts heartbeats, detects motion, and even tracks students' sleeping habits. Similar programs are underway in schools in St. Louis, Missouri, and South Orange, New Jersey.
I hate this. I mean, look, think about your childhood. I don't know about you, but I was telling the story the other day about how I ate way too much mayonnaise when I was in high school, right? So, like, I'd get extra mayonnaise on my tuna fish sandwich, which already has mayonnaise. I'd put more in my macaroni salad, which already had mayonnaise. The watch would be like, we have a mayonnaise alert, we have a mayonnaise alert, this fat ass had more mayonnaise. He just had chocolate milk. And then I'd go to Mrs. Bennett Trigg's class, and I'd fall asleep in the front row. Okay, monitoring sleep. He's falling asleep in trigonometry. Yeah, I'm falling asleep. It was because it was boring. Leave me alone. And look, and Mrs. Bennett knew how to regulate anyway. She snapped the ruler on my desk. Like, oh yeah, I'm fine. Right? No, this is crazy, man. I say we got to stop it, but we're never gonna stop it. It's just gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse. Once you let this thing out of the Pandora's box, there's no putting it back in. And every parent is now obsessed. I gotta track my kids. I gotta let the authorities track my kids. What if they eat an extra cookie? What if they don't show up to school on time? What if they, they're kids. They're supposed to fuck up. They're supposed to make little mistakes. You're supposed to, they're supposed to fall asleep in class sometimes. Now this is outside the bounds of reason, but we're, as a society, outside the bounds of reason, and we're never going to get back inside of it.